It is no secret now, and all of you know, our group is very concerned and we have filed suit. It's no secret that several addicts in the Clyde area have been tested, not by the Ohio EPA or the US EPA, but by the families through who our council were able to engage our own scientists. Alan and Chuck will now assist us in navigating the sometimes treacherous waters of litigation. The matter of the chemical substance found in our attic gives us much rise for concern. Our house is only 10 years old, built brand new, and has this substance in it. Residents in Clyde need to know what is likely in their household environments and must be able to remediate it. As you will learn from council, and as more information is divulged, benzaldehyde is a mutagen, and as such, causes and definitely can cause DNA alterations. The filing of the suit against the likely producer of this compound is to give Whirlpool a chance to test our attics and then step up, clean them up, and in addition, make right the wrong that has been committed against our community. It is known that benzaldehyde is a compound produced in the manufacturing of home appliances. I have breathed in, as many of the Clyde residents have breathed in, something that was an obvious irritant to the eyes, nose, and throat. For years, Alexa, prior to being diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor, spent many hours in the outdoor air within a few hundred yards of the Whirlpool plant, playing and just being a kid while she breathed in that same pollutant. I've mentioned many times, and there have been several in our group who have long believed that these cancers were caused by an airborne agent. We asked the federal and the state authorities to leave no stone unturned. They were particularly pointed to dust particulates as a likely stone that needed turned over. They did not turn this stone over. We did. I don't know if that upsets anybody, but the families had to turn the stone over. It's time for those who are charged with protecting the health of our community and our environment to step up, state that they failed, but that they are going to be re-engaged in the game. Since suit has been filed and you will eventually be inquiring about the matter of monetary damages, to answer your question now as opposed to waiting for the question and answer segment of the press conference, our pursuit of the truth has never been about dollars and cents. Those of you who know us closely know that it has never been about money. We have wanted and always wanted the plain and simple truth. You've heard me state many times in the past that I promised Alexa on her deathbed that I, and now collectively we, would never stop bringing attention to the fact that childhood cancer research is severely underfunded. I also promised her, while she lay there, getting ready to go to heaven, that her death would not be in vain, from the perspective of finding out why the cancer cluster came to be in existence in the first place. Many of you will recall that we were told several years ago now that it was statistically significant that we had so many juvenile cancer cases in such a small area and in such a small town. I told her that we would find out why and how this happened to her, and that I would not relent until every door and window was nailed so tightly shut that it could not be opened. You've heard us state that time and time again. Now, rhetorically speaking, how does anyone stop anyone else from doing wrong? The answer is quite simple. You punish the wrongdoer severely enough to make them to want to stop and reconsider what they have done and change their ways. The problem is that corporate America does not see the Alexas of this world. They care only for one item, and that is the bottom line and the production of profits for their shareholders, or the $3.1 million incentive bonus allowed in 2012 for their top-tiered executive. The only matter by which the Whirlpools of this world can be held accountable and forced to fix the unhealthy situations that they have had a hand in producing is by hitting them in their pocketbooks. If you talk to the hierarchy in a situation or a corporation such as Whirlpool. On an individual basis, of course, they will expound upon how they care much for the communities in which they are located and how the children like Alexa mean so much to them. Bringing me to the point that Dan O'Brien, who is the current CEO of the local plant, and I were at a meeting not too many months ago at Terra State Community College. After that meeting, he approached me and said, "We want to do the right thing." Well, now they have a chance to do the right thing. The problem is, though, they care when you speak to them on an individual basis, but when they get back in the boardroom, they don't think beyond the black ink on their ledger pages. By forcing their hand legally and monetarily, we will find out what caused our precious 8-year-old daughter, many other children in our area, to pass away and become sick. We will find out what caused deaths and ongoing sickness for the young people in our community. There is no monetary amount that can bring Alexa back or any of the other children that have passed away. There's only punishment for those who have had the slightest hand in causing their deaths and the ongoing sickness for many of the children. We'll let our council, the court, and a jury come to a decision of what is an appropriate punishment. Thank you for your time.